Hey guys, welcome to the Susanity Life show on Unity Radio 97.9 FM, Worcester's Community Connection. My name is Susanity Life. I am your host here. I'm also the owner of Susanity in Sturbridge, Massachusetts, where wellness meets peace of mind. Super excited because gift certificate season is up. So if you're looking for that special gift for that special someone, definitely check out susanitylife.com and see if maybe they might want to have a massage or a Reiki session or a polarity session or an intuitive coaching session. I had a client come today and it was pretty awesome because I was doing massage on her and she loved it. She's been coming a little bit, but I love seeing the facial expressions when people come out of the room because it's so different. Like, it's like they come in one way and they leave another way. And she said to me, I feel so grounded. And I was like, oh my God, that's why I do what I do, right? That's why. So I wanted to talk a little bit too. I want to see how if everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Mine was very interesting. I had some interesting things happen that I didn't expect, which was really amazing. I was grateful beyond measure for what happened. And also just to be with family members and things like that. And I know sometimes it's very difficult during the holiday season to allow yourself to be present because you've lost someone or something's going on in your life that's not really fun, right? Or or someone's sick or something like that. So Thanksgiving is not always a happy time for a lot of people, but I am grateful for every single thing that happened to me that day, and to all of you that it did have a good Thanksgiving. I'm happy for you too. And if you didn't and you were trying to find your path or someone to enjoy Thanksgiving with, I hope that at least you understood that you're never alone, because we're never alone, right? And that even when you are alone, that you do have that amazing part of spirit inside of you, right? So my friend Bill was kind of talking a little bit with me about some things, and one of the things he brought up today, or yesterday actually, was Keepers of the Light. Are you familiar with Keepers of the Light? For the Patriots, that they do something called the Keepers of the Light. They actually ring a bell. And so I was talking to Oscar about it, and Oscar said that they've actually been doing it since 2023. And when I was talking to my friend about it, we were discussing the fact that, we're all keepers of light, right? We all have energetic amazingness inside of us. And, tapping into your amazingness can give you a gift of fulfillment, right? But we also have darkness, some of us. And some of us don't know what that means to have darkness or to be embraced with darkness. And I think that's kind of what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk a little bit about that because I feel like right now we're all in this transitional phase of life, right? We're all awakening to some truths and not really understanding what those truths are. And I believe that based on different experiences that I have, but also different experiences that you've had, that there's a way to get through different things. And so, last week I read my book about my first book, which is Everything's Gonna Be Fine. But today I'm being drawn to read this book. And let me explain to you a little bit about this book. So all my books are called Messages from Your Inner Child. They look like this. And I know it's a weird photo, but it's not weird to me because you see how it's got the diamonds on the top. If you can watch, if you're listening, then you can't see it. And it's almost like there's a baby figure, and on the back is a woman's figure. So it's life. And I have to explain that to people because they're like, why do you have them? Like, because it's life. We all start here. We all start as an embryo, right? We all start as a baby. We all, born, and, we all start as a baby, and we grow and we learn throughout the different things that we've gone through in our life from the moment that we're born, really, right? When you slapped on the touche and you start crying, that's your first awakening to the world. And you don't even know what that means at that time, right? Then you turn different ages, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you go up those ages. And each time you're learning something different. And that's, I think, how we awaken our soul in a way that very often we're not understanding, right? So the second book I'm going to read, just the beginning of it, is You Don't Need Them Anymore. And when I wrote this book, I was in school. I was learning about massage. I had already got my Reiki certificate, so I understood energy, but not wholly completely. I understood it, but not as much as I wanted to. And then when I went back to school and I learned about massage, I didn't realize how amazing that massage can be to release things physically. But we are all connected in different ways, every single way, like with our chakras and our auras and our channels and our chords and all these things, right? So when I wrote this book, it was at a time in my life where I had just gotten on a relationship with someone. And I didn't realize at that time how I allowed that person in, right? I allowed that person into my sphere of life thinking that I needed them or I needed to feel the feels of them or something. So the name of this book is called You Don't Need Them Anymore. And I'm going to read it. It says, you may be here because you're wondering why so many people seem to go out of their way to complicate your life. You may be asking yourself, am I the one who started it? And one not so crazy answer is you could be right. You may have been the one who gave them permission to take without giving, without realizing that they didn't have the right. You may have recently hit a wall when you finally said enough is enough, because it makes no sense to keep giving these people the power to drain you of your energy time after time after time. The only question is, what do you do about it? What do you do about it? In book 1, I offered you a way to take a step back and a deep breath when nothing made sense and all you wanted to do is run away. In this book, however, I want to help you, my reader, my listener, my viewer, to see that it's okay to say no to people who guilt you into sacrificing your time and your energy to them. Instead of investing in living and loving your own life. Think about that. This book is for you to understand that it's okay to say no to people who pull you into the orifice of believing that you have to give a part of yourself away to them to become you, right? So instead of shaming or blaming those people, let's think of it like this. We need to own it and call it toxic relationships, people allergies, and cross them off our list. The way we do with food and pets and plants that make us feel sick all of a sudden. Imagine finding the strength to say, I'm really sorry, but they've done tests and it turns out that I'm whatever you want to say in the middle. I'm not going to deal with this. I'm something I'm something intolerant and walk away. You can be intolerant to that behavior. Okay. I know it's not that easy. And I don't mean to make fun of something that can be really serious. All I'm trying to say is that you, as a human being, do not have to give away your power. You do not have to invite demanding people into your life and let them get away with the outrageous things they do and say. And if you do end up in this situation, you don't have to let things stay that way. To put in a perspective, no matter how much it might work for other people, does it make any sense at all for you to keep eating or drinking things that make you sick? Do you see what I'm saying? If you're going to eat something and it's going to make you sick, are you going to eat it again? No. If you're going to drink something and it's going to make you sick, are you going to drink it again? No, because do you want to be sick? Absolutely not. So the reason I wrote book 2, You Don't Need Them Anymore, is that this thing we do isn't simple. Our decision to go out and find people who complicate our lives isn't one of those random ideas that fall out of the sky, like poof. I think we reach that place when we decide that those particular people are the ones we need to survive. Some examples are the ones I'm sensitive to because in many ways they're reflections of me. I realized and continue to realize that I chose them in my life because they kept me spinning in circles, going nowhere, and staying exactly where I was. Does that sound familiar at all for you? I think I also chose them so I could feel needed, so I could feel angry, so I could think of myself as a victim. I think they gave me a sense of purpose. As long as I dedicated my life to them in that way, I thought it would make me feel safe. The truth was very different. At no point did I feel safe. I was stuck in the pit of abyss that I honestly thought I truly deserved. Why would I listen when I was so busy using my people allergies to keep me from growing and learning and finding my way in this journey? If I could fill the emptiness in my heart and soul with toxic energies that kept me stuck, I wouldn't have to face the person in the mirror who believed that no matter what, she'd never be good enough or he'd never be good enough. I'm one of those people who grew up believing that to qualify for love, you had to measure up. It never occurred to me that love could be unconditional, that the love that you deserve might be in the palm of your hands already, if you're ready to see it and own it. I firmly believe that a relationship between two people, was about living for them and giving up on you. I believed it because that was the message I took away when I watched the things people said and did all around me. When I put 2 and 2 together, the answer I got was conditional love. Conditional love. That there was a condition on the love that I gave or that I received, or vice versa. Even though it made no sense by my definition, I had to give myself away if I wanted someone to love me. It has taken me half a lifetime to get to a place where I can say, I think I'm getting it, to feel that I'm ready to say, I don't need those people anymore. I'm learning to believe that it's up to me to choose the rules I'm going to live by, as it's up to you to choose the rules you're going to live by. One of the reasons I think this is so hard to do is that we can't see why we keep choosing the people who keep us spinning. So that's a little bit of the introduction of that. It's pretty long, so I'm not going to read the rest of it. But I wanted to give you guys an idea of how we allow people to come into our presence and take things from us that we don't even know they're taking. We don't even know that there's people that I call energy vampires are taking that from us. And we're giving it away for nothing, for free. So that's book 2. All these books are available on Amazon. They're all messages from your inner child. Each book is a way for you to awaken your soul that's been sleeping for I don't know how long. There's 5 books so far. I'm hopefully going to be writing another book 6, or maybe doing something else. I'm not quite sure yet, but they're, like I said, all available on Amazon. I do have some for sale too. But we're going to take a quick break. Again, my name is Susan Ouellette. I am the host here at the Susanity Life Show on Unity Radio 97.9, Worcester's Community Connection, and we will be right back.
Unity Radio. talking, just kicking around. We discovered a love that had never been found.
Worcester, we've got you.
Are you ready?
Hi, I'm Gary.
And I'm Steve.
And we're the hosts of Cannabis 101 on Unity Radio 97.9 FM.
Join us and our guests on Thursdays at 3 p.m. as we discuss the cannabis industry in Central Mass with energy, excitement, and passion.
We both take pride in providing you important information about the rapid growing cannabis industry. Support for Cannabis 101 is provided by Cannabis of Worcester on Unity Radio 97.9 FM, Worcester's Community Connection.
Tune into the Susanity Life with Susanity Life. And together, we will find our way to a healthier, healing lifestyle by listening to empowering stories of overcoming our struggles. Join me, Susanity Ouellette, on the Susanity Life every Wednesday from 5 to 6 on Unity Radio 97.9 FM, Worcester's Community Connection. See you soon.
At KivaCenters.org, we believe every story matters and healing starts with being heard. The Kiva Centers are here to explore the paths of mental health, recovery, and wholeness with you. Visit KivaCenters.org, a statewide leader in peer-led support and recovery services, from Worcester to Western Mass. More information is available at KIVACenters.org. Kiva is lighting the way forward.
Support for Unity Radio 97.9 FM is provided by United Way of Central Mass, aiming to improve the community and break the cycle of poverty, and the Woosocks Foundation, seeking to make dreams come true for families in areas of education, social justice, recreation, and conquering cancer. Unity Radio, Worcester's Community Connection.
You're listening to Unity 97.9 FM, WUTY, Worcester.
Hey guys, welcome again to Susanity Life on Unity Radio 97.9. My name is Susanity Life. This show is about you finding your way of a healthier, healing lifestyle by taking back your power and overcoming your struggles, right? And so I am also the owner of Susanity in Sturbridge, Massachusetts. And the technique I do, it is technically massage, Reiki, polarity, but what I do, I invented. I own it. And if you look at SusanityLife.com, it explains to you my literature on how I did it. Okay. And I've been a healer for over 30 years. So if you're looking for a gift certificate for someone, again, SusanityLife.com is where you can go and, check out what I do and see if maybe you'll be drawn to that as well. So now that's it for that. We read the book, a little bit of it. We're going to pull a few cards for some people and see, what comes up, what the universe is trying to say. And I want to go back a little bit because I do cards. I love cards. I love everything I do. I do oracle cards. I use tarot cards. And I know some people don't believe in tarot and they don't believe in oracle. And here's the thing. I don't use these cards in a way where I give it any power at all. What I do is I use it so I can tap into the energy of the people that I'm connecting to, right? It's the same thing at the clinic. Somebody comes to Susanity and they fill out an intake. The intake talks about your physical stuff, right? But then I read your physical stuff and I go through it and I see what emotionally might be attached to that physical stuff. Because for those of you that don't know, every chakra in your body is connected to an organ in your body. So if you're thinking about your crown chakra, which is the top of your head, basically, right? That is the chakra that's connected to your central nervous system, to your brain, to your ears, to your eyes, to your nose, to your mouth, right? Then you go to the throat chakra, and the throat chakra is connected to your throat, to your lungs, right? To your esophagus, to your thyroid, right? That's connected to that. That is also a way for you to heal from things that have been said to you. words that have been said to you that have harmed you, right? So if you meditate on your throat chakra, that will help you get through that a little bit easier, right? Then you have your heart chakra, which is connected to your heart, but it's also connected to other parts of your body as well. Then you have your solar plexus, which is the sun, SONSUN. That's your center of your earth. Like it's the center of your being. And that's connected to your liver, your kidneys, I mean, all these things. Then you've got your sacral, and your sacral is like right below your navel, right below your belly button, where your navel is your umbilicus. It's your connection to the divine. Your third eye is your connection to the divine. And then you have your root chakra or your base chakra. And that's where your inner child lives. And that's connected to a lot of your organs too. I don't know those off the top of my head, but you can look it up. It's pretty cool. But every chakra is connected to an organ in your body. And so if you are going through something physically in your life and you meditate on that chakra, maybe, just maybe, you might be able to heal from something, a broken heart or something, or, you're having headaches or something like that, meditate on your crown chakra. You can also use peppermint oil. Peppermint oil is awesome. You put it on your temples. It helps with that. So we're going to pull a few cards. And the first card that fell out was the new supportive connection. So that's kind of cool. So somebody that's listening, hello, by the way, my name is Susanity Life again. If you're listening on the radio or you're watching on Facebook Live, thank you for being a part of this with us. We love you at Unity Radio, and we're so grateful for all of our viewers and our listeners. And you can call in if you want a reading, and it is absolutely free. And the number is 508-304-1152. And Oscar's here to answer the phone to put you in connection with me if you want to get a free reading. And who doesn't like free things, right? All right. So the first card we got was new supportive connections. The second one was the third one was deception. Then we got honoring our path, and we got consciousness of lack, and then we got the healing light. All right. So the first card that fell out is new supportive connections, and that has to do with people. The number on the card is an 8. So if 8 resonates with you at all, that could be a Leo. That could also be a Cancer. We have Pisces here. Yeah, we have a lot of different signs. Leo's all over the place. Gemini. Scorpio. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. Anyways, so the first card that fell out is new supportive connections. And then the second card next to it is commitment. So somebody just got in a relationship, if I feel, or they're going to be getting into a relationship, and it's going to happen at a party or an event. Be prepared if you go to this event and meet someone that you need to pay attention to who's on the outside of that connection, because there is someone that's kind of jealous. And you need to pay attention to that and just allow yourself, because 2 events card came together, and the numbers are 3 and 7, which is a 10 actually, which this could actually be a Libra too. This could be a Libra. This could be a lot of different people. But anyway, just pay attention to the signs. The fourth card that popped up was intention. And again, that's a number 7. So we have 2 7s, 2 8s, a 3, and a 5. So if any of those numbers resonate with you, that's another thing you can think of. But honoring your path, this could be about a relationship with somebody, or it could be about a relationship, which is definitely happening because it's just happened a few times to me, but with somebody that's in your life that you thought that you could trust, that you're now realizing that you can't. And I just talked to my client about this today, how important it is to understand that very often people are put into your lives for different reasons. And you have to have, it's almost like you have to have your ears, your eyes open all at the same time so that you can see someone for who they really are, because very often they hide inside of themselves to make you believe that there's something that they're not. Okay. And that's part of the awakening, and that's part of the transitional phase. So the second card next to honoring your path is consciousness of lack. And in the card, it's somebody that's holding up a rock. And inside of the rock is a photo of, it's an interesting photo, actually. It's mountains and it's got clouds and it's got all this stuff. But this person like has their foot leaning against a barrel or something. And, they're trying to figure out life, I feel, and consciousness of lack. And it's interesting how honoring your path, consciousness of lack, and then the healing light card all came up at the same time, 7, 5, and 8, because I feel like when we get into a relationship with someone, whether it's and my throat chakra just went crazy. I just swallowed. So I know that there's something going on with that. But when someone is awakening to their true path, there are going to be people in your path that are not going to want you to awaken to your true path, right? And I was actually listening to this on the radio today. They were talking about how when you finally figure out your life, how quick it is that people start to judge you based on your choices, right? So for instance, you post something on Facebook, right? Because Facebook is a big chat rhythm thing, right? People get pulled in, you're looking at Facebook. You post something on Facebook. Somebody doesn't like what you post. Okay. Even though you said in the description, this may or may not be for you. Use it for your, for your whatever. Use just discernment. I always use the word discernment. Use discernment when you're reading it. Do your research. I don't post those things on Facebook to make people believe what I'm posting, but I do post things on different pages to alert them to something that may or may not be true. Do your research, figure it out, right? So if you're awakening to the truth about somebody, then there's a reason for that. 100%. If you're not seeing someone for their true self, then there's a reason for that too. Does it mean that you are meant to like cause anybody harm because of it? No, you love them anyways. You send them love and light, you pray for them, you do whatever it takes so that you don't hold on to that energy, because the last thing that you want to do is hold on to somebody else's energy at all. It's not fun. It causes you to get physically, mentally, and emotionally sick. And why do you want that? Why do you want that? I'm not sure who this is for, but this is definitely for someone that's going through a relationship upheaval. And I don't know if you're trying to decide to stay in the relationship or get out of the relationship or what, but you need to pay attention to the signs, because the signs are right in front of your face. I'm hearing all the time. It's just that you're not willing to see them. And so I call them nudges. Every time I do anything, it's like a nudge. It's like a little bit of a nudge. And so you just want to pay attention to those nudges and don't let them get any bigger than they need to be, because you really are the healing light. And Spirit wants me to tell you that you are definitely the healing light. There's something about your light and your energy that pulls people in, and some people are not meant for you. So you have to try to allow yourself to figure out who those people are. And that's not easy, because evil and darkness comes in all different shapes, colors, and sizes at times. And so you have to make sure that you are willing to step away from someone that is causing you to feel anything, really. Harm, doubt, pain, sorrow, fear. If anyone is putting those words into any part of who you are and making you believe that about yourself, then it's time for you to step off the big box and be like, no, thank you, I'm good. And just send them love and light. So my name is Susan Ouellette. I am the host here at Susanity Life Show on Unity Radio, 97.9 FM with Community Connection. And we are going to take a real quick break, come back and pull some more cards. And again, the phone number here is 508-304-1152 if you want to call in and have a free reading. Free. All right. So we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Randy Floyd, Executive Producer at Unity Radio, 97.9 FM, Worcester's Community Connection, wishing you and yours a happy holiday season.
Tune in to Affirmations with Alex, and together we will affirm our way to a healthier mindset by listening to empowering messages. Hi, I'm Alex from Affirmations with Alex. Join me every Monday through Thursday at 10 p.m. on Unity Radio 97.9 FM, Worcester's Community Connection.
Hey, what's up, Worcester? It is Jacqueline Carr, and I'm inviting you to be inspired with me each weekday morning starting at 5 a.m. with the Jacqueline Carr Show on Unity Radio. I'll get you going with the motivating words, special guests, and the absolute best inspirational music, and a few other surprises. But you got to tune in to Unity Radio every day at 5 a.m. to get your praise on. It's the Jacqueline Carr Show from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. right here on Unity Radio 97.9, Worcester's Community Connection, and also streaming on WUTY.org.
Unity Radio is streaming at WUTY979fm.org. We'd like to thank our listeners and supporters.
Martin Tire and Auto Repair of Worcester. Family owned and operated since 1934. From MartinTireAutoRepair.com. The UPS Store of Worcester, offering shipping, packaging, and printing. And Eddie's Flooring America, Worcester County's oldest flooring store. Family owned and operated for over 60 years. Eddie'sFlooringAmerica.com.
Unity Radio, Worcester's Community Connection. Hi, I'm Ernie Floyd, host of the Unity in the Community Show on Unity Radio 97.9. Join me and my guest as we discuss topics on embracing our diverse cultural communities, the music, the arts, and healthy lifestyles. I'm Ernie Floyd, host of the Unity in the Community Show, Wednesdays at 3 p.m. on Unity Radio 97.9, Worcester's Community Connection.
You're listening to Unity Radio, Worcester's Community Connection.
Hey guys, welcome back to Unity Radio 97.9 FM, Worcester's Community Connection. My name is Susan Ouellette. I am the host here of Susanity Life show, and I was just talking to Oscar a little bit. So you guys know that my show used to be on Tuesdays from 3 to 4, okay? And I love that time. It was a great time, but I felt like I could have done a little bit different. And so I switched to 5 o'clock on Wednesdays because a lot more people are in their cars and able to listen to the radio, I think. And a lot more people are done at work, so they can maybe call in and get a free reading. And I wanted to tap into a little bit of a different atmosphere, a little bit of a different trajectory so that you guys could hear who I am. So my name is Susan Ouellette. I am the owner of Susanity in Sturbridge, Massachusetts. At Susanity, I do something very different. I do use techniques that I learned, for sure, everything I do, but my Susanity technique is one of a kind. When you come to Susanity and you fill out your intake and I read it and we work together to help you figure out what it is that you need to heal from, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, it's all connected, right? So it's my home. It's one of my homes, right? It's warm. It's safe. It feels good when you walk in the door. And I am taking new clients, and I do have gift certificates. So if you are looking for that gift certificate for that special someone, definitely, give me a call. Check out my website, SusanityLife.com, and see what happens. But there's a couple things I wanted to go over a little bit more before I pull these cards. So do you guys ever say the words like, I want, I need, I wish, I hope? I want, I need, I wish, I hope. If you do, try to get those out of your vocabulary. Because when you say those words, it means you don't have. When you want something, you don't have it. When you need something, you don't have it. When you wish for something, you don't have it. And when you hope for something, you don't have it. Let's change that trajectory. How about I am, I have, I do, I create, I am powerful, I am beautiful. I am handsome. When you're looking for something and you're searching outside of yourself, instead of believing that you don't have something, what if you already decided that you did? Doesn't the universe speak at times? All right, so let's see. So the next cards I pulled, which makes 100% sense. So funny how cards talk, right? The first one was courage, and it's the Tin Man. Who remembers the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz, right? The second one is conflict. The third one is loss. The fourth one is deserving. The fifth is stuck energy. And the sixth, I'm sorry. The fifth is, the sixth is fragmented energy. And the top of the deck is taking steps, which is kind of interesting. It's like building a bridge, right? How long does it take to build a bridge? So courage next to conflict, next to loss, is near and dear to my heart, because what this means is that someone's listening right now that just lost somebody and or is worried about losing somebody. And this could be losing somebody to passing away. This could be losing somebody in a relationship. This could be losing a friend. This could be a loss of anything, right? And right now you have a conflict with this dynamic. And you're trying to find courage to release the conflict and rise above this loss, but it's not easy for you. So whether this is a loss of somebody physically that passed, or it's a loss of a relationship, a loss is a loss is a loss. When you lose something of importance to you, it's a loss and it hurts, right? However, the next card that came up was consciousness. So if you are in a relationship, or you were in a relationship with someone and the relationship just ended for whatever reason, just know that the universe, spirit, God, whatever it is that you believe is with you and trying to show you that you deserve more, that you deserve better, that you are more, you are better. And that the reason why this happened is because the person, this is definitely about a relationship, the person that you were in a relationship with is stuck. And you're allowing your energy to be stuck. So the fragmented energy card is a card of this person. And there's puzzle pieces all over the place. And they're flying above her, and the ocean's below her, and the waves are crashing. And she's got, her heart is the puzzle piece that's missing. And all these pieces above her, there's all little puzzle pieces. She's trying to find that piece that fits in that little heart emptiness, that puzzle piece, right? And she's just floating below the puzzle pieces. So the truth is this, that puzzle piece can't be filled by anybody specific. The only person that can fill that puzzle piece is you. Because you deserve. And you are love. And your love is felt. Even when you don't know that it's felt, it's felt. And I feel like you're taking the steps to realize that. And this is the problem with some relationships, not all, but some. When you're in a relationship with someone and you start growing and you start learning and you start facilitating through your energy, and you start realizing that you deserve more or you deserve better, and you start taking the steps to that. If you're in a relationship with someone and they're not doing the steps to do the same, then they don't want you to grow. They want you to stay exactly where you are. So you do at times. And then you realize that you don't have to. And then you want to change. You want to make a change, right? So if you're in that stuck energy and you have fragmented energy, and that puzzle piece is missing, and it's your heart space that's missing that puzzle piece, allow yourself to feel the feels and open up your heart space to yourself. Because when you do that, I can tell you that the person that's meant to be in your path will find their way to you. Does it happen right away? No, not always. Are there obstacles that you have to overcome to find that? Absolutely. But if you didn't go through the path that you went through to get to that person, then you wouldn't have learned the lessons you were supposed to learn. And sadly, when you don't learn the lessons, you repeat them over and over and over and over and over again. So when you have a reading from me and you come to the clinic or you call in for a free reading here on Unity Radio, 97.9 FM, which is Community Connection, I can help you tap into those things to see if you want to release them or not. And again, it's totally up to you. We're not allowed as healers or spiritual beings to tap into anyone's soul at all, right? When you go and have a massage, you allow people to touch you. You have a massage. You're transferring energy. They're transferring energy to you. How do you feel after a massage? Do you feel good? How do you feel after you go to have an energy session? Do you feel good? Do you feel safe? Do you feel grounded? Do you feel important and loved? That's what it's about. This journey is about you realizing that you are worth every single thing and more. Every single thing and more. If you're listening and you're being drawn to this, there is a reason, 100% a reason. Call in. 508-304-1152. I'm being drawn to call some cards from Archangel Raphael. So if you don't know, Archangel Raphael is the angel of healing. And these cards, we only have 2 minutes. So I'm going to pull 3 of these cards. And then when we come back, I'm going to read the 3 cards. And, I won't have time. So whoever's calling, can you just wait until the next segment? Because I want to talk to you and I don't want you to hang up. So please don't hang up the phone. We have to take a break though. So I don't want to only give you a 2-second reading. That won't be fun. Whoever you are. But I'm going to pull out 3 cards for healing. And then we're going to get back to that call. Thank you so much, that call, for calling. Oscar got you. Don't worry. We've got you. You're not going to go anywhere. Just be patient. Patience is a virtue. Isn't there a song by Guns N' Roses, Patience? Patience. Have a little patience. So my name is Susan Ouellette. I am the host here of the Susanity Life show on Unity Radio 97.9 FM. Worcester's Community Connection. And we have 1 minute. I'm going to pull 3 cards. And then we are going to go on a quick break. So the person that's waiting, please wait. I promise I will get to you. Okay, so I have 3 cards I'm going to pull. Maybe these are for this person that's calling. I don't know. Oh, yep. And have faith is the bottom of the deck. That's crazy. Yeah. So guys, I am so grateful to all of you again. I did have my radio station. My radio time actually was at 3:00 on Tuesdays. I did switch to Wednesdays to awaken more people, I think, at 5:00. People are usually out of work by then. So if you could share this station, we would really appreciate 97.9 FM, Worcester's Community Connection on Unity Radio. And you could share the Susanity Life and all the other shows that are on here. If you go on our Facebook page, you can see we have some amazing shows. We have a cannabis show. We have a sports show, I believe. We have Unity in the Community. We have Black in Business. What else do we have? We have a bunch. 508, Worcester Woo 508. We have E for All. We have all kinds of amazing things. So again, my name is Susan Ouellette. I am the host here, and we will be right back.
Hi, I'm Oscar Kane, producer at Unity Radio 97.9 FM, Worcester's Community Connection, and we'd like to wish you and yours a happy holiday season.
Hi, I'm Suzanne Graham Anderson, also known as Positively Suzanne, host of Black in Business, Thursdays at 5 p.m. on Unity Radio 97.9. Black in Business is a series of conversations with influential members of the Black business community. These entrepreneurs knows what it means to risk everything to create successful businesses and spark positive changes in the community. So join us. Again, I'm Suzanne Graham Anderson, also known as Positively Suzanne, right here on Black in Business, Thursdays at 5 p.m. on Unity Radio 97.9, Worcester's Community Connection.
Tune into the Susanity Life with Susanity Life. And together, we will find our way to a healthier, healing lifestyle by listening to empowering stories of overcoming our struggles. Join me, Susan T. Ouellette, on the Susanity Life every Wednesday from 5 to 6 on Unity Radio 97.9 FM, Worcester's Community Connection. See you soon.
Let's talk, Worcester. Unity 97.9.
Welcome back to Unity Radio 97.9 FM, Worcester's Community Connection. My name is Susan Ouellette. I am the host of the Susanity Life Show. Super excited to be here. And we have a call, and I'm so excited that this person's calling. So thank you so much for being a part of this awesome journey. Again, the phone number is 508-304-1152. I'm not sure how many times a month I'm going to be doing this. It depends on if I have a guest or not. But next week I have a guest I'm super excited about. So we are going to take a call and see what's going on. Hi, welcome to Unity Radio. Hello. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm super excited you're calling. I hope you had a lovely Thanksgiving and it was full of family and friends and lots of food.
Yes, definitely lots of food.
Yeah, I gotta love. What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Well, it's got to be the stuffing and the mashed potatoes.
So do you like the pork stuffing or the plain stuffing?
Either or, it's fine by me.
Oh, I love the pork stuffing with the cranberries. Oh my God, it's so good. I like the plain stuffing too, but I definitely like the pork stuffing. It's one of my favorites. But I like sweet potatoes too. Those are my favorite. And butternut squash. I mean, there's really not much I don't like.
Oh, you're making me hungry now.
That's okay. Yeah, you know what I'm thinking of? That the turkey, you have a turkey sandwich with the cranberry sauce and the stuffing and the gravy on the bread. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Leftovers. All right, let's see. Let me see what's coming up for you. All right. So before we went on break, I said I was going to pull some cards for healing, and I know kind of why. But so the first card that popped up was a second opinion. The second one was caffeine free, and the third one was increased energy. So these are Archangel Raphael cards, and I don't know if you're physically going through something or but what Archangel Raphael is telling me that whatever it is that you just went through, that you need to get a second opinion. That's all I'm going to say. Use that to your own judgment. Also, that you need to get caffeine out of your diet because caffeine is causing you to I don't even know what it's doing, but it's not good. And what he's saying is, I ask that you cut my cords of attachment to caffeine so that I may honor my body's natural energy rhythms without chemicals, if that makes any sense. Mm-hmm. So decaf, if at all. Tea is good too. Green tea. Yogi has some great messages. But anyway.
I just bought a bunch of teas on Amazon, so it's funny you say that.
Interesting how I knew that. Yeah. Anyway, so so increased energy is the next card. And that one's dear Archangel Raphael. Thank you for filling me with the unlimited energy of divine love and light. And then the last card was have faith. So no matter what you're going through, just know that you are not alone and that this had to happen because you were in a transitional phase and the person, I think it's about a person, and the person that you were with was not. And then the cards I pulled out were number 28, 24, 38, and 26. And one is victory The second one was adjacent possibilities. The third one, which is conveniently funny because I honestly shuffled the cards and had no idea what was going to pop up, and knew that I was going to use the Raphael cards, and it was the fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. Interesting how that works. And then hostilities. So there's a little bit of anger here, and I think it's because of something that you recently went through, honestly. And so Archangel Uriel, who's the seventh chakra angel, that number is 41, and she's got these beautiful wings and this crown of beautiful with us, beautiful amethyst in her little crown on the picture. She's someone that you need to start meditating to. She's for love and abundance in life, and she's going to help you get through whatever this catastrophic thing that just recently happened to you was. Archangel Raphael is the fourth chakra. And so the seventh, that's your crown, right? And your fourth is, I got to think my brain, let's see, 1, 2, 3, is your heart. That makes 100% sense. So you need to, so healing your heart is not easy when you are trying to heal from a broken moment or something. And I think that very often we get angry and we don't want to get angry. We just have to try to understand that no matter what is happening with us, it's not happening to us. And that's, I think, what we forget as humans, that things happen all the time, right? And so we have to look deeper into the reason why they're happening so that we can get the main idea of the message. Okay. We have messages all day long, every day. It could be in the car. It could be at home. It could be in the shower. It could be watching TV. It could be, out having a beverage. It could be out meeting someone. It could be meeting somebody new, but the messages are always around us. And I think that sometimes as humans, we don't either want to see them or whatever. When we're going through something in our life, we don't allow that to be, we allow that too much to be a part of us when it's not really supposed to be, if that makes any sense. Am I making any sense?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So yeah, good. So let go of whatever the feeling is of the, maybe I should have done this, or maybe I didn't do that, or maybe what a jerk, or maybe why did that happen? Or why did I give so much of myself to that person? Who cares? Who cares? So what? You did. Did you enjoy the time that you were with that person? Of course you did. Probably. Did you have times where you were like, I don't know if this is really for me? Of course you did. So we all do. There are times that we're going to have doubt. But here's the thing. Allow yourself to hear the messages that I said, because you're going to be told what you need to hear. It's just up to you to listen. And that's not easy, because love is hard at times, and it's hard to find. And when you think you found it and somebody pulls it away, it's like you blame yourself, and you can't do that. You can't. You have to look deeper into that part of you. And I know that that's so hard, because I do it. I still do it. I just did it yesterday. Sorry. Not with not with someone specific, but it's like I'm always like finding ways to heal myself. Right. So meditating on your seventh chakra, which is your crown, number 41, that resonates. Number 38, on your fourth chakra, that popped up too. That's Archangel Raphael. That's your heart and your crown, and they're connected, right? Because your brain, which is part of your crown chakra, is connected to your central nervous system, which is connected to your heart. And when you have a broken heart and you're thinking about it, it's giving power to that person. And when somebody harms us in any way or you have to pull your energy as far away from them as you can, because why should they have any part of you for free?
Right.
They shouldn't. They shouldn't. Period. End of story. That's it for that. All right. Let me see. What time are we at, Oscar? So I can see if I have more time with her. 4 minutes. Perfect. I have 4 minutes. Do you have a specific question?
Yes, I'm having some difficulties with my daughter right now, and motivating her.
Oh.
And she's pushing away a lot. So any kind of insight that would be appreciated.
Okay. Let me see what comes up here. I'm sorry. Children are tough. Children are tough.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we're their parents and we think that we know what's best. And sometimes they don't listen to us. And when sometimes we want
I'm
to.
trying to just get her to graduate high school, and she's,
Yeah.
you know.
Sometimes you want to put them in a closet and hang them on the coat hanger.
Yeah.
In a nice way, of course.
Right.
You know, or get out that old, you know, remember the blankets when they were little and you'd wrap them up in that blanket when they were little and they couldn't even move their arms or their legs. It's like you kind of want to take them almost like what's those called? Those cocoons. Take a cocoon, put them in the bed and wrap them up in this cocoon again because you feel like that's what's going to help them. But sometimes it's not. And that's what stinks so much about being a parent.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So the cards that popped up were, oh boy. Transformation, inner peace, opportunity, and security, and forgiveness.
Okay.
And gateway. Okay, that's it. That's good. All right. I think that your daughter has some people around her that God, I can't believe that she shouldn't. I think that, or I feel that for some reason, whoever she's putting in her path is causing her to unbelieve things that she's supposed to believe. She's here for a reason. We're all here for a reason, but her reason is pretty strong. And I feel like if she understood it or she was able to tap into that part of herself, it would make sense. But right now, what's happening with younger generation is scary because the darkness knows when it can connect with the light and when it can pull people into things that are not really meant for them, but they're going to make them believe that they are. This could be anything. This could be alcohol. This could be drugs. This could be a person. This could be a food. This could be a moment. This could be a social media thing. This could be anything. And for some reason, right now, it's very strong. So, yeah. So I feel like even though your daughter's kind of going through this, there is a way out of it. And what I would suggest, because this is what I always do, I cleanse the house. That's the first thing I do. I cleanse the house and I include the basement. And I include the closets. I get either some Palo Santo or some white sage. You can get a feather. You can get any like a nice feather, and you can smudge. So you light the sage, and then you take a feather and you smudge all over the house. You can also get some tiger eyes, and you can put those on your doorways, like on the top of the door, on the bottom, whatever, anywhere near the door. The tiger eyes. That's another thing I would suggest, and I would also start playing some really good frequency music. It's no lyrics, so it just kind of like plays in the background so that you can help her heal without her knowing that you're doing it. Does that make any sense?
Yes. Is there any kind of music that you would suggest that I play? I mean, she's not at home right now, unfortunately, but
that's okay. Just go on Spotify and search for Inner Child Healing. That's it.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you, Susan.
You're welcome. Have a fantastic day.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, bye. Guys, that's it. So see how cool that was? It was so cool. But my name is Susan Ouellette. I am the host here of Susanity Life Show on Unity Radio 97.9 FM, Worcester's Community Connection. I will see you guys next week with my guest, Lisa Sargent. Can't wait to see you guys. Please share this. Let people know that I'm on at 5 o'clock. And we love you guys. And we're sending out peace, love, and light. Take care, guys.